Alright everybody, welcome out here to Holiday Racing Season 6 Event Number 3. We're back out here for now our third event out here on the brown track. So let's go ahead and get started with today's event. First up, we've got the Chocolate Drive in Mechanical Mischief versus Larry the Lobster in Crustacean. Oh, close race, but Crustacean will get a block upset win on Mechanical Mischief. Wow, what an upset. Next up, we've got MacBlog Mac and Captain's Curse versus us_Jam in Gravedigger Ice. And your winner is going to be Captain's Curse. Next up, we've got Mum in Yeti versus the Cameron 9785 in Northern Nightmare. And that is I actually messed up on the name. That is actually Liam's Toy Time in Northern Nightmare. My fault. But that won't matter anyways. Yeti will get the win. Next up, we've got Monster Jam Fano 8 and Bakugan Dragonoid Ice versus Barnacle Boy in Batman. And Batman with a block will get the win. Next up, we've got Mohawk Warrior _001 in Michigan Ice Monster versus Extreme Viper in Gravedigger. Oh, can Gravedigger come back? Oh my! That is a close race, but by looking at it, Gravedigger will barely get the win and defeat Michigan Ice Monster. Next up, we've got Ken James TV and Alien Invasion Ice versus Monster Jam Kobe in Bad Company Ice. And Bad Company Ice will get the win. Next up, we've got a husband versus wife battle. We have Karen in Blue Thunder Ice versus Sheldon J. Plankton in the Plankton Monster Truck. And Plankton will get the block and defeat his wife. Next up, we've got Bubble Buddy and Mohawk Warrior versus Rack Edit 17 and Earthshaker Ice. Earthshaker Ice tried to do a crash block, but Mohawk Warrior will get the win. Next up, we've got Santa Claus in the Santa's Monster Sleigh versus Cody Saucier in Dragon. Dragon will fall off the sideline for Santa's Monster Sleigh to get the win. Next up, we've got Patrick Star in the Patrick Monster Truck versus BuckFan23 in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will come from behind to get the win. Yep, nice. Next up, we've got Maximum Monster Jam Chaos and Octanator Ice versus Nicole Johnson and Tasmanian Devil. And your winner is going to be Maximum Monster Jam Chaos and Octanator Ice. Next up, we've got SpongeBob SquarePants in the SpongeBob Monster Truck versus Zay.MT in Blue Thunder. Can Blue Thunder come from behind? Yes, and Blue Thunder will get the win. Next up, we've got Nitro Studios and Bigfoot versus Joe 97.11 in Stone Crusher. Oh, one upset win as Stone Crusher will defeat Bigfoot. Next up, we've got Coaster Train Fan and Soldier Fortune Ice versus Monster_Aviation in Snowhawk. Snowhawk tried to do a crash block, but it won't work out. Soldier Fortune Ice will get the win. Next up, we've got WMT Smiley and Roger Dodger versus Maxer.RT in El Toro Loco Ice. Toro Loco Ice went for the block, but it won't work out as Roger Dodger will get the win. Next up, we've got Mrs. Puff in Higher Education versus Miguel Dueñas in Ice Cream Man. Ooh, Miguel just couldn't keep it straight, which will allow for Mrs. Puff to move on. Next up, we've got Cats and Monster Mouth Rottweiler versus Jackson in Chillin' Villain. Oh my goodness, did he do it? Oh no, that's a bit close. They're on the wire. Did Chillin' Villain somehow pull off that win? That is so close. We're gonna have to take a look here. See who won, as that is close. By taking a look, your winner was in fact Monster Mouth Rottweiler. But congratulations to Jackson and Chillin' Villain. His efforts were valid as he was trying to get his first ever race win out of round 1 for the season, but he just couldn't quite get it. Maybe Jackson will get it tomorrow. Time for the next race. We've got Kitty Witty and Monster Mouth Husky versus Klingle in Team Hot Wheels Firestorm. And Team Hot Wheels Firestorm with the block will get the win. Next up, we've got the Flying Dutchman in Track Ace Tires Gravedigger versus Alex Hauser in Dasher. Oh, Dasher could have kept it straight. They could have gotten the win, but your winner is going to be Track Ace Tires Gravedigger. Next up, we have Monst_ER Jam in Son of a Digger versus Sandy Cheeks in El Toro Loco. And El Toro Loco will get the win. Next up, we've got Nicholas Morghisi 3623 in Holiday Hauler versus SpongeBob Fan 23 in the 2020 Christmas Stunt Truck. Ooh, and Holiday Hauler will get the win. It's time for the last race out here in round 1. We've got Spin Master Monster Jam in the Glaze Machine versus Kitty Witty and Monster Mutt Ice. Oh, can Monster Mutt Ice make a comeback? Nope. Glaze Machine will get the win. Next up, we've got Jonas in 32 Degrees versus Larry the Lobster in Crustacean. And 32 Degrees will get the win. Next up, we've got MacBlog Mac in Captain's Curse versus Mum in Yeti. Oh, it's close. Can Captain's Curse come back? Nope. Yeti will get the win. Next up, we've got Monster Jam Fan 2009 in Monster My Dalmatian Ice versus Barnacle Boy in Batman. And Batman at the Block will get the win and defeat Monster My Dalmatian Ice. Next up, we've got the Cameron 9785 in Northern Nightmare Ice versus Extreme Viper in Gravedigger. And Gravedigger with the Block will get the win and defeat Northern Nightmare. We've got Squidward Q Tentacles in the Squidward Monster Truck versus Monster Jam Kobe in Bad Company Ice. And Squidward will get the win. Next, Plankton Monster Truck versus Bubble Buddy in Mohawk Warrior. Oh, Plankton almost had it. He didn't hit the Jersey barriers, and your winner is going to be Mohawk Warrior. Next up, we've got Austin Dahlgren in Monster Mutt versus Santa Claus in the Santa's Monster Sleigh. And the Santa's Monster Sleigh with the Block will defeat Monster Mutt. Next up, we've got Buckfan23 in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Maximum Monster Jam Chaos in Octonator Ice. Ooh, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles will spin out a line for Octonator Ice to get the win. Next up, we've got Scrap and Prowler versus Z.MT and Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder tried to get the block, but Prowler will get the win. Next up, we've got Joe 97.11 in Stone Crusher versus Coaster Train Fan in Soldier Fortune Ice. And Soldier Fortune Ice with the block will get the win and defeat Stone Crusher. Next up, we've got Little Chocolate Chip and Dragon Ice versus WMTS Smiley in Roger Dodger. And Dragon Ice will get the win and defeat Roger Dodger. Next up, we've got Twin Monkey and Avenger versus Mrs. Puff in Higher Education. And Avenger will get the win and defeat Higher Education. Next up, we've got Mermaid Man and Iron Man versus Cats and Monster Mutt Rottweiler. And Monster Mutt Rottweiler will sneak behind Iron Man for the win. Klingle and Team Hot Wheels Firestorm versus the Flying Dutchman and the Track Ace Tires Gravedigger. And Track Ace Tires Gravedigger will get the win and defeat Team Hot Wheels. Next up, we've got Eugene H. Krabs in the Mr. Krabs Monster Truck versus Sandy Cheeks in El Toro Loco. And Mr. Krabs will get the win. Next up, we have Nicholas Morghisi in 3623 in Holiday Hauler versus Spin Master Monster Jam in the Glaze Machine. This is the last race in round 2, who will go on to round 3. And a nice crash. Holiday Hauler could not quite get around Glaze Machine, and his Glaze Machine with the crash block will defeat Holiday Hauler. Now time to kick off round 3 with 32 Degrees versus Yeti. Yeti with a crazy crash and 32 Degrees will get the win. Next up, we've got Barnacle Boy and Batman versus Gravedigger. And Gravedigger will get the win. We've got Squidward Q Tentacles in the Squidward Monster Truck versus Bubble Buddy and Mohawk Warrior. And Malfoy tried to get the crash block, but it won't work as Squidward will get the win. We've got Santa Claus in the Santa's Monster Sleigh versus Maximum Monster Jam Chaos in Octanator Ice. And Octanator Ice will get the win. Next up, we've got Prowler versus Soldier Fortune Ice. Soldier Fortune Ice had the lead going down the ramp, but Prowler will end up getting the win. Next up, we've got Dragon Ice versus Avenger. Avenger tried to get the block, but Dragon Ice will get the win. Next up, we've got Monster Mutt Rottweiler versus Track Ace Tires Gravedigger. Gravedigger tries to set Gravedigger with the slap wheelie, but Monster Mutt Rottweiler. This time, the last race in round 3, as we've got the Mr. Krabs Monster Truck versus the Glaze Machine. Oh, Glaze Machine with the crash. And that is actually kind of close, actually. I don't know. I think the Glaze Machine got it with the crash. Wow. Alrighty, everybody. We have now made it out here to the quarterfinals. Here are the 8 participants we have left. Inside of 32 Degrees, we have Jonas. Inside of Gravedigger, we've got Extreme Viper. Inside of the Squidward Monster Truck, we have Squidward Q Tentacles. Inside of Octanator Ice, we've got Maximum Monster Jam Chaos. Inside of Prowler, we've got Scrap. Inside of Dragon Ice, we've got Little Chocolate Chip. Inside of Monster Mutt Rottweiler, we've got Cats. And inside of Glaze Machine, we've got Spin Master Monster Jam. Who will win and go to the semifinals? Will it be Jonas or will it be Extreme Viper? Oh, Jonas, he tried to get that second event win in a row, but it just won't happen, as Gravedigger will get the win. Who will go to the semifinals? Will it be Squidward Q Tentacles, or will it be Maximum Monster Jam Chaos? The Squid Trucks battle it out, and Squidward will get the win. Semifinals. Will it be Scrap, or will it be Little Chocolate Chip? Little Chocolate Chip couldn't keep it straight, which will give Scrap the win. It's now time for the final race of the quarterfinals. Who will go to the semifinals? Will it be Cats or will it be Spin Master Monster Jam? Spin Master Monster Jam tried to do the same thing he did with the crash block, but it won't work as Cats will move on to the next. It's now time for the semifinals out here. The 4 contestants we have left are Extreme Viper, Squidward Q Tentacles, Scrap, and Cats. Who will go to the final round? Will it be Extreme Viper, or will it be Squidward Q Tentacles? Oh, Squidward almost had the block, but Extreme Viper will sneak past for the win. Mm-hmm. Next up, we have Scrap versus Cats. Who will go to the finals? Let's find out. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go. And Monster Mutt Rottweiler will get a block and defeat Prowler. Alrighty, Monster Jam fans, or Holiday Racing fans, we have now made to the final round here of Holiday Racing Season 6, Event Number 6. We started out the afternoon with 54 of the fastest holiday-themed monster trucks. And we are now down to the final 2. Holiday Racing fans, are you ready to meet your final round contenders? Coming out first out of Salinas, California, representing the black and green Wrecking Machine, this is Extreme Viper and Gravedigger. Versus in the other lane, they really love Cats. Although it's kind of ironic they are driving a dog, this is Cats and Monster Mutt Rottweiler. Who will win and get the next 54 points on the board to this holiday racing season? Let's find out. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go. Gravedigger with a slap wheelie, which means Cats and Monster Mutt Rottweiler will get the win. You know, this is Cats' second season out here in holiday racing. You know, they got to switch up, change of rides. From last year, they drove Holiday Hauler to now this year they are driving Monster Mutt Rottweiler. So they've had a switch in rides, but you know, I would guess it paid off as Cats will get the win here. And this is something Cats have been pursuing now for almost 2 years an event win, and he's finally got it. So congratulations to Cats for winning today's event and collecting the next 54 points on the board. Alright everybody, we went and wrap out here to today's holiday racing event. Let's take a look at the top 5 after today's event. In 5th place, re-entering the top 5 after some struggles, it's going to be WMT Smiley and Roger Dodger. In 4th place, falling from 2nd after a terrible event today, only getting 1 point after getting out in the first race, will be the Chocolate Drive and Mechanical Mischief. Don't lose hope. The Chocolate Drive, may have had some struggles these past 2 events. There's still almost 30 events still left in the season, so you have plenty of time to catch up to the top. In 3rd place, jumping into the top 5 is going to be Scrap and Prowler. Scrap is really hunting for a season championship here this year. In 2nd place, I believe jumping up a position from yesterday will be Squidward Q Tentacles in the Squidward Monster Truck, as Mr. Squidward sure is trying hard, trying to win the season, and he's been really consistent so far this year. And then number 1, also being super consistent, is going to be Eugene H. Krabs in the Mr. Krabs Monster Truck, as he will remain in 1st place, but not by a lot though, as he is only 46 points ahead of his employee, Mr. Squidward, and one good event from Mr. Squidward could launch him into the top. So Mr. Krabs has got to stay consistent if he wants to keep his lead. That's going to be a wrap here for today's holiday racing event. Once again, congratulations to Cats for getting their first ever event win. And we'll see you all tomorrow for event number 7, yet again here on the brown track. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you guys can be notified for when tomorrow's event comes out. Alright, bye-bye everybody. Have a God bless day.